dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan di bawah fasa keempat Pelan Pemulihan Negara. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Hakim, Datuk Noorin binti Badaruddin. Petisyen untuk terima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dijalankan secara sidang video A-18-47-01/2021 B. Hong Lee.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Bei Hong Lei, Pempetisyen pertama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Ying Fung hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Bei Hong Lei pada hari ini bersama dengan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ahmad Faiz Razali hadir bagi pihak Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Masyidah Binti Anwar bagi pihak Majlis Peguam.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Katrina Karvin Wisuyen mewakili Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Bei Hong Lei. The petitioner was born on 12th of October 1994 in Kuala Lumpur, where she is the eldest child of Mr. Bei Hong Ming and Madam Gandhi Chu. The petitioner had her early education in SJKC Shaonan and later continued her secondary education in Sekolah Menengah P. Air Panas. The petitioner read laws at the University of London External Programme, where she graduated with a second-class honours in the year of 2018 and was duly conferred the Certificate of Legal Practice in 2019. The petitioner was fortunate to be offered a place to complete her pupillage in Mrs. Tay and Lee under the guidance of her pupil master, Miss Or Yiling. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family. She would like to thank her family for their unconditional love and support, as well as encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. The petitioner would like to specially thank her pupil master, Miss Or Yiling, for her willingness to share her experiences, thoughts, wisdom, and guidance with her. The petitioner is thankful with her utmost gratitude for all the motivation, inspiration, and advices from her pupil master throughout her pupillage, which training, shaping, and preparing the petitioner to be a great lawyer. The petitioner would also like to thank all the partners and colleagues in Mrs. Tay and Lee, namely Mr. Lee Chong Ho, Mr. Talib Jin, Mr. Lim Fang Ki, Mr. Liu Boon Ho, Miss Florence Liu, Miss Simone Perry Lee, Miss Hazel Tan Ziling, and Miss Alicia Ng Hui Ling, as well as all her friends for their kindness, support, and making every moment a memorable one. The petitioner would like to especially express her heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Kao Pang, Mr. Chan Changyang, Ms. Teo Zixin, Ms. Tam Yakshi, and Mrs. Chua Boon Ping for their willingness to share their invaluable knowledge, experience, and guidance throughout her pupillage. Last but not least, the petitioner is also extremely grateful to Ms. Tan Ying Fong, that's me, her mover today, who has kindly agreed to take time out of this very busy schedule to move her call. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honourable court. I believe all the petitioner papers are in order, and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to this motion.
Ada bantahan Yang Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Bei Hong Lei diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Jalan Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Bei Hong Lei sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Bei Hong Lei dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Much obliged Yang Arif. Dengan itu, saya memohon Yang Arif izin Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Arif.
Congratulations.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Thank you, Ms. Tan.
Dan petisyen kedua WA-18-63-01/2021 Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali, pempetisyen kedua.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Chang Ka Ling, Peguam pengusul mewakili pempetisyen kedua Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali. Bersama-sama saya ialah rakan-rakan yang bijaksana yang mewakili pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini kepada Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah hati memohon kebenaran untuk memperkenalkan pempetisyen kedua, Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali. Yang Arif, pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 27 Mei 1997 dan merupakan anak sulung kepada pasangan Encik Razali bin Jantan dan Puan Rohana binti Muhammad Saleh. Pempetisyen telah menerima pendidikan sekolah rendah di Sekolah Kebangsaan Muhammad Khair Johari sebelum meneruskan pendidikannya di peringkat menengah rendah di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Perempuan Sultan Ibrahim dan peringkat menengah atas di Sekolah Menengah Teknik Johor Bahru, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, pempetisyen telah berminat menjadi seorang peguam sejak di bangku sekolah lagi. Dan untuk menjayakan cita-citanya, pempetisyen telah berusaha dengan bersungguh-sungguh. Pempetisyen telah menyambung pengajian asasi undang-undang di Universiti Teknologi Mara dan ijazah sarjana muda kepujian undang-undang di Universiti Teknologi Mara. Kemudian pempetisyen menjalani latihan dalam kamar di Tetuan Lee Sok Wah & Co. di bawah bimbingan pengajarnya Puan Lee Sok Wah. Yang Arif, pempetisyen percaya bahawa kejayaan ini tidak mungkin akan dicapai tanpa sokongan dan bantuan daripada orang-orang di sekeliling yang sangat berjasa kepadanya. Mengambil kesempatan ini, Yang Arif, pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih dan penghargaan yang tidak terhingga kepada kedua ibu bapa tercinta, Encik Razali bin Jantan dan Puan Rohana binti Muhammad Saleh yang telah membesarkannya dengan penuh kasih sayang dan perhatian. Pempetisyen tidak pernah melupai segala pengorbanan dan kasih sayang yang dicurahkan. Tanpa dorongan dan bimbingan daripada mereka, pempetisyen tidak mungkin dapat berada di sini pada hari ini. Yang Arif, pempetisyen juga ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih yang tidak terhingga kepada adik-adiknya Luqman Hakim dan Nur Amira Natasha yang sentiasa memberikan kasih sayang, semangat dan nasihat kepada pempetisyen dikala pempetisyen amat memerlukannya. Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakannya Muhammad Rusdi, Fadlina, Diana, Khairina, Husina Fazli, Imra dan saudaranya Farhan kerana sanggup bersusah senang bersama-samanya sepanjang perjalanan mengejar cita-cita. Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada pengajar beliau, Puan Lee Sok Wah, yang telah banyak memberikan tunjuk ajar kepada beliau Selama 9 bulan tempoh latihan dalam kamar beliau di Tetuan Lee Sokwa. Ribuan terima kasih juga kepada Encik Hong Nantong, Cik Teh Zi Sin, Cik Tan Siang Yi, Cik Kok Ken Meng dan Cik Suraya daripada Tetuan Lee Sokwa yang untuk segala tunjuk ajar dan nasihat. Akhir sekali, Pempetisyen juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih yang tidak terhingga kepada semua guru-guru, pensyarah, saudara mara, rakan-rakan dan sesiapa sahaja yang membantu secara langsung atau tidak langsung Pempetisyen dalam menghadapi segala cabaran dalam perjalanannya mengejar cita-cita. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa yang berbahagia Peguam Negara, Tuan Setiausaha Majlis Peguam dan Tuan Setiausaha Ahli Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan kepada Pempetisyen. Saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen merupakan seorang yang berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara. Dan saya juga percaya bahawa semua surat cara adalah teratur. Saya dengan rendah hati memohon kepada mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Bagi pihak yang berbahagia tansi Peguam Negara, tidak mempunyai bantahan, Ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Mahkamah. Sorry.
Maafkan saya yang.
It's okay. You may proceed, Ms. Chang.
Saya dengan rendah hati memohon supaya Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala Lumpur.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Nur Amira Hidayah binti Razali dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah hati memohon supaya Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations dan terima kasih Puan Chang.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen ketiga WA-18-209-01/2020 Khairul Izzat bin Azmi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Khairul Izzat bin Azmi, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Khalisa binti Badrul Amini hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Khairul Izzat bin Azmi pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Much obliged, my lady. My lady, may I introduce the petitioner, Khairul Izzat bin Azmi. The petitioner was born on the 14th of August 1995 in Tawau, Sabah and is the eldest child of Encik Azmi Hussein and Puan Aida Damang. Born as the eldest in the family, the petitioner knew from a very young age that he has to dream big to make his parents proud and to inspire his two younger sisters, Fatin Nazira and Aina Nabila. The petitioner started his early education in SK Lahad Datu II and continued his secondary education in a boarding school at Sekolah Menengah Sains Lahad Datu. In 2013, the petitioner enrolled in College Matrikulasi Labuan to study science, but for only 1 semester. Even though the petitioner received his secondary education from a science school, he always knew his dream has always been to become a lawyer one day. He then left the Matriculation College to study foundation in law at UiTM Kedah, and in 2015, the petitioner then continued his study in Bachelor of Laws in UiTM Shah Alam. After graduating in 2019, the petitioner became a pupil at Mrs. Nurul Hafizah and Associates under the tutelage of Puan Zeti Zulfa Zulkifli. Throughout the petitioner's pupillage, the petitioner was given the opportunity to learn a lot about civil litigation from his pupil master and the senior partner of the firm, Puan Nurul Hafizah Hassan, who had mentored him throughout his pupillage and molded him into what he has become today. The petitioner would like to thank his amazing parents, Encik Azmi Hussein and Puan Aida Damang, on this memorable day for always supporting him in everything that he did. Who would have thought that the son they once wished to become a doctor would grow up to become a lawyer? The petitioner will forever be grateful for all the love, support, and sacrifices that his parents have done for him since the day he was born and for letting him pursue his dream. The petitioner also would like to thank both of his younger sisters, Fatin and Aina, for always supporting him. He also wished both of his sisters the best for their future and may the 3 of them continue making their parents proud. The petitioner is also grateful for all the guidance and the experience that he had gained throughout his pupillage and until now from his pupil master, Puan Zeti Zulfa, the partners, Puan Nurul Hafizah and Encik Ahmad Faiz. Last but not least, a special thanks to the petitioner's colleague and former colleague, Najla, Izzat and Shahira, his best friends and everyone who continuously giving him support throughout his pupillage until today. The petitioner knows that this journey in the world of legal practice is only just the beginning and it will not be easy. But without the love and support from everyone, he will not be able to stand here in this honorable court today from a boy raised in the small town of Lahad Datu, Sabah, finally realizing his dream. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan juga tiada sebarang bantahan.
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen Khairul Izzat bin Azmi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Pohon Yang Arif memperkenankan perintah seperti yang dipohon.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Khairul Izzat bin Azmi sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Khairul Izzat bin Azmi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah and thank you, Madam Khalisa.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen keempat WA-18-475-03/2020 Nur Aliyah binti Muhammad Rauf.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nur Aliyah Binti Muhammad Rauf, Pempetisyen keempat.
Yes.
Yang Arif, benarkan saya Muhammad Musa bin Muhammad Hanifah mengusul petisyen Nur Aliyah Binti Muhammad Rauf. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan juga Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif terdahulu. Yang Arif dengan takzimnya sedikit mengenai riwayat Pempetisyen yang lahir pada 7 hari bulan Mei tahun 1996. Alam persekolahannya bermula di konvent Jalan Pil Kuala Lumpur dan berakhir di Sekolah Menengah Konvent St. Benedict's Batu Gajah, Perak. Kejayaannya pula bermula dengan kursus asasi undang-undang dan dilanjutkan sehingga dianugerah ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang dengan kepujian di Universiti Teknologi Mara. Pempetisyen telah ditunjuk ajar undang-undang dan kepeguaman oleh Encik Bu Chin Leong di Ketuan CL Bu dan Associates di Kuala Lumpur. Pempetisyen adalah anak sulung kepada Puan Awiyah binti Hamid dan Encik Muhammad Rauf bin Abdul Latif dan mempunyai 2 orang adik perempuan iaitu Nur Atira dan Nur Amirah. Yang Arif, Pempetisyen memanjatkan rasa kesyukuran kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dalam setiap sudut kehidupan dan segala anugerahnya, termasuk insan-insan yang telah ditakdirkan berada di dalam kehidupan pempetisyen. Pempetisyen merakamkan kasih sayang, penghargaan dan kesyukuran kepada ibunya Puan Awiyah, ayahnya Muhammad Rauf serta adik-adiknya Nur Atira dan Nur Amirah. Tidak ketinggalan guru-gurunya di antara lain khususnya Puan Firdawati, pensyarah, rakan-rakan sekolah, matrikulasi dan kajian undang-undang. Penghargaan juga kepada sahabat-sahabat pempetisyen iaitu Amirah On, Afiqah Isah, Farid Fadil, Nani Khalil, Alina Noorin dan Mardati Muhammad dan lain-lain yang tidak disebut. Pengajarnya Tuan Bu, semua warga Ketuan CL Bu dan Associates, terutamanya Encik Selwa, Christopher, Nurul dan Santini. Yang Arif, saya mempercayai pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan dan juga semua surat sokongan dan petisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Dan saya percaya juga bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya tiada sebarang halangan dari badan-badan yang mereka masing-masing mewakili.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan ya, Arif.
Terima kasih. Maka dengan takzimnya dipohon Yang Arif ada perintah pempetisyen terima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi dibenarkan.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Nur Aliyah binti Muhammad Rauf sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Nur Alia binti Muhammad Rauf dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang takzimnya lagi sekali saya pohon bahawa Pempetisyen dibenarkan menjumahkan sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah dan terima kasih Encik Muhammad Musa.
Petisyen kelima WA-1163-09/2020 Chen Zhaoyan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chen Zhaoyan, Pempetisyen kelima.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Hui Min bagi pihak Pempetisyen Chen Zhaoyan, rakan yang bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan yang berkenaan adalah seperti yang diperkenalkan dahulu ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya minta kebenaran untuk meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan Mr. Ui.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Some words of introduction of your petitioner, Chen Zhaoyan. My lady, your petitioner was born in Singapore, but she was raised in Subang Jaya and is proudly Malaysian. Your petitioner chose to read law due to her interest in the philosophies of law and gender construction. And in pursuit of those interests, your petitioner pursued her law degree at the University of Leeds in the United Kingdom, where she graduated with a first-class honours. My lady, your petitioner went on to complete her LLM in bar professional training at the City University of London. She was called to the Utter Bar of England and Wales at the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn. Returning to Malaysia, my lady, your petitioner commenced her pupillage at Messrs. Zaid Ibrahim & Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Miss Chin Suk Kwan. I am pleased to inform my lady that your petitioner has been retained by Miss Chin to work in Miss Chin's department, the Debt Capital Markets and Structured Finance Practice of Messrs. Zaid Ibrahim & Co. My lady, in arriving at this milestone of today, your petitioner has had the help of more than just a little luck. Nothing equals in magnitude to the love and support she has received from her mentors, family, and friends. And your petitioner would like to specially thank the following people. First, my lady, your petitioner's older sister, Chen Zhou or Chen Zhou Yi, who has been her twin pillars of strength and comfort, and without whom your petitioner could not stand. Your petitioner's parents, Chen Hengtong and Chan Yinhua, for paving the way for your petitioner and filling your petitioner's home with books and encouraging her passion for the works of such great role models such as Virginia Woolf, Maya Angelou, and Simone de Beauvoir. My lady, I think it's really no coincidence at all that your petitioner, being the, of the feminist leanings that she is, that she has given me, a man with a lady's name, the honor of moving her call. But back to the main, my lady. Your petitioner would like to thank the partners of the Debt Capital Markets and Structured Finance team at Zaid Ibrahim & Co., my learned friends, Ms. Lillian Liu, Ms. Chin Suk Kwan, and Mr. Yong Wee Hu, for all the opportunities they have given and for the faith, trust, and confidence they have placed in her. Your petitioner also would like to thank her colleague, Mr. Teo Jimin, for his patience, kindness, and camaraderie as your petitioner continues to learn the ropes of practice. Your petitioner, my lady, would like to thank the strongest and bravest women she has ever known, Miss Ng Ju Rei, Miss Claire Tang, and Miss Ho Mei Zhe. Your petitioner thanks her dear friends who lift her up and inspire her, and her fellow pupil mates who were a great source of solace during the pandemic and the uncertainties and turbulence that has ensued. My lady, I believe your petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted to and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I understand the papers are all in order for this petition and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections.
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Chen Zhuyen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Chen Zhuyen dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran supaya Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan diri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Uy.
Petisyen ke-6 WA-18-1589-10/2020 Afiqah binti Muhammad Isa.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Afiqah binti Muhammad Isa, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Siti Masmuah binti Maulan, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen ke-6 Afiqah binti Muhammad Isa. Bersama-sama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia, Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan juga Jawatan Kuasa Majlis Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini kepada Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Afiqah binti Muhammad Isa. The petitioner was born on 28 October 1996 and is the youngest child of the late Encik Muhammad Isa and Puan Badariah Baharin. The petitioner had her primary and early secondary education in Adni International Islamic Schools, Ampang, and later moved to 2 schools in Putrajaya before she was offered to continue her secondary education at MRSM Kuala Kelawang Negeri Sembilan. Throughout the years of the petitioner's life, she had balanced polishing her intellectual competency with her artistic dexterity. The petitioner has always believed that law is something valuable to be understood by each person to live in a progressive life. As a person who has a great passion for arts, the petitioner views the legal world as an amalgam of her various interests, which has opened her eyes to see it as an artistic virtue of its own. My lady, the petitioner then pursued the Foundation of Law program at University Technology Mara and later continued to pursue her undergraduate studies at the same institutions where the petitioner had graduated with Bachelor of Laws with honours. Upon completion of her studies, the petitioner commenced her pupillage with Messrs. Azhar Aziz and Associates in Shah Alam, under the tutelage of my learned friend Encik Samsul Azhar. Throughout her pupillage, the petitioner was exposed to various aspects of legal knowledge within the practice area of commercial litigation, conveyancing, and also criminal litigation. The petitioner was given the opportunity to assist and exchange ideas with her master and the other associates regarding various legal matters handled by Messrs. Azhar Aziz and Associates. My lady, on this special day, the petitioner wished to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to all of her family, especially to both her late parents, who have given her the gift of life, love, and instilled meaningful values that she carries with her until today. The petitioner would also like to thank her auntie, Datuk Fadilah Baharin, for the unconditional love and support, for providing the petitioner with great education opportunities, and also for caring like a dear mother to the petitioner throughout the past 12 years being under her care. The petitioner would also like to thank her siblings, Daniel, Dalila, Farhana, and Aiman, for being the petitioner's greatest strength in life to strive for amazing things in life. My lady, the petitioner would like to thank also her pupil master, Encik Shamsul Azhar, and all of the staff in Mrs. Azhar Aziz and Associates for the guidance and trust in allowing the petitioner to carry out her responsibilities. The petitioners feel grateful to be given an opportunity to challenge herself and have her ideas acknowledged. The petitioner also is extremely grateful to her bosom buddies from the high school and UITM for always being there for the petitioner throughout her good and bad days in order to grow into the person she is today. The petitioner is also thankful to have her fiancé in her life who has supported the petitioner to go through her pupillage and to achieve her long list of dreams. Arif, saya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan saya percaya semua surat cara pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur dan saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ya, Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Dengan yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya pempetisyen Afikah binti Muhammad Isa diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Afikah binti Muhammad Isa sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Afikah Muhammad Isa dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya sekali lagi dengan rendah diri memohon agar kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and terima kasih Puan Siti.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dan petisyen ke-7 WA-18-1745-11/2020 Tan Yin Xuan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Yin Xuan, pempetisyen ke-7.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Grace Wong adalah peguam pengusul bagi pihak pempetisyen Cik Tan Yin Xuan. Rakan-rakan bijaksana, saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia, Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi, Yang Arif. Jika diizinkan, Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan hujahan dalam bahasa Inggeris, Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
My lady, if I may introduce the petitioner, Ms. Tan Yin Xuan. The petitioner was born on 25th of September 1994 in Kuala Lumpur and is the third child of Mr. Tan Pei Koh and Madam Cheng Swee Chin. The petitioner attended primary school in SJKC Sungai Chua and subsequently completed her secondary education in SMK Jalan Bukit and SMK Tinggi Kajang, respectively. The petitioner then went on to read law at University of Essex, where she graduated in 2017 with a bachelor's degree in law, and thereafter obtained her certificate in legal practice in 2019. The petitioner then commenced her pupillage with Messrs. David Lai and Tan under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. David Cheong Peng Leong. My lady, I was informed by the petitioner that before she chose to study law, the petitioner was minded to pursue a career in forensic science. However, having considered the advice given by her parents, she eventually decided to study law instead. My lady, on this memorable day, the petitioner wishes to take this rare opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family, especially to her parents for their unwavering love, care and support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Her parents never ceased to believe in her even in the face of failure, and they constantly challenge and encourage her to achieve much more in life. No words can express how thankful the petitioner is to her parents for the sacrifices that they have made to put her and her siblings through their education. I was informed that Mr. Tan and Madam Cheng have worked tirelessly to ensure all their children, including the petitioner, is given an opportunity to pursue an education of their choice. The petitioner would also like to thank her siblings, Yin Ying, who is also an in-house legal counsel, Yin Ni, who works in an audit firm, and Kun Ki, who is still studying, for always being her confidant, inspiration, and her source of support throughout the years. The petitioner's fond appreciation also goes to her high school friends, university, and CLP mates for their companionship and comfort that they've given her until today. The petitioner is also grateful for all the help and encouragement that she received from her friends who have helped shape her into who she is today. The petitioner would especially like to thank her pupil master, Mr. Cheong Peng Leong, as well as the seniors and colleagues in Messrs. David Lai and Tan for providing her with valuable opportunities and guidance throughout her pupillage. The petitioner was especially grateful for the opportunity to assist in several corporate exercises which took place in Labuan and Sarawak. Further, the petitioner would also like to thank her pupil mates for always being there for her throughout her pupillage days, making her experience a memorable one. My lady, having spoken with the petitioner on a couple of occasions, I found the petitioner to be responsible, inquisitive and adaptable, traits that I believe would make her a valuable addition to the legal profession. My lady, with that said, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honourable court. I also believe that the petitioner's course papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council and Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections to this motion.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ya, Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan.
Oleh yang demikian, Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi yang Mulia.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Tan Yin Xuan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Tan Yin Xuan dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Much obliged, Yang Arif. Dengan izin, Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk pempetisyen diberi kebenaran untuk menjubahkan dirinya.
Persilakan.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Madam Grace Wong.
Dengan ini, saya menjemput Yang Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Tuan Ahmad Faiz bin Razali, Peguam Persekutuan mewakili Yang Berhormat Peguam Negara Malaysia. Cik Marshita binti Anwar, Wakil Majlis Peguam Malaysia. Cik Katharina Karwin Wee, Wakil Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Para peguam pengusul yang bijaksana, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Ladies and gentlemen, as of this moment, each and every one of you, petitioners, is an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya, for which I, and on behalf of the Malaysian judiciary, offer our congratulations. I can imagine the pride in your parents and your loved ones' faces this evening, and I must say they are justified and own that pride, as they, especially your parents, have sacrificed a lot to see where you are today. I am sure as well that the pride in your parents comes with the fulfillment of your aspirations or their aspirations for you. You are now officers of the court, or to use an expression more relevant to the practice, you have just been called to the bar. Being called to the bar is an important milestone in your life. It is a significant rite of passage for lawyers. So no other profession inducts its newest members with as much ceremony and dignities as ours. So the legal profession is a noble and respected profession. Since the beginning of the civilized nation until today, this profession has been given great trust in their roles and responsibilities in implementing and upholding justice. Bear in mind and remember always that the ability to practice as an advocate and solicitor is not a right, but a privilege afforded by the legislation. Conduct yourself truly and honestly in the practice as an advocate and solicitor according to the best of your knowledge and ability and according to law. Remember that the very principle of which the legal profession is founded is upon trust. You must maintain and adhere to the high standard of integrity and trustworthiness expected of a lawyer, and you must do your utmost best to preserve the integrity of the legal profession. Prove your worthiness and reliability for the future. Honesty is the paramount attribute of an advocate and solicitor, for no man seeks the service of the person who cannot be trusted. As an advocate and solicitor, one must be uncompromising in his responsibility to be honorable at all times and in all circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my advice to you. Make yourself well equipped to face whatever obstacle that may occur, especially in empowering knowledge and skills in this profession, as well as in the information technology. Your perseverance and commitment in performing the given task reflects who you are. Hence, my advice is that improve all the weaknesses during your previous pupillage training. Help those who need your services earnestly. Love the profession you choose. Work with full commitment and responsibility, and be honest in everything you do. It should be emphasized that lawyers is also an officer of the court and has the duty to assist the court in upholding justice. So you need, as a lawyer, you need to ensure that you perform your role well when dealing with the court. A lawyer who is well prepared with his case will always smoothen the court process. It is my hope that young lawyers like all of you will take cognizance about legal ethics, for it reflects this profession. Be mindful of your speech and behavior and do not tarnish this profession. Read and understand the Act, regulations and rules relating to this profession to ensure that you as lawyers know about your rights and limitations in the administration of justice. You have struggled this far to earn this profession. Don't lose it unless if you had made enough for yourself and you wish to retire. Savor the moment. You have the right to be proud and happy today. But the best is yet to come when you start facing the challenges that are waiting for you outside there. I congratulate you once again. Wear those robes with pride and hope to see you conduct in this court one day. Welcome to the arena. For your kind attendance and attention, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and have a pleasant evening ahead.